Phil, it looks like you got your game face on today. Now, how do you play somebody that plays online a lot? You guys have actually played each other, right?
Yeah, I guess we played each other a few times. I think maybe he's ahead of me online. So it's a little different in the real world.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
All right, Tom, tell us about the challenge you issued Phil online.
I didn't issue it. He issued it.
Oh, really? What did you issue?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, every time I play somebody heads up online, you know, and they get a little cocky, I say, let's meet somewhere in the real world. And I give them the option of flying to California to play me in person because, you know, it's a good test for them.
All right, well, you guys are here now. Let's keep it at the table, all right? Good luck, guys.
Yep.
It just made me sick that I wasn't here last year. I'll never miss this tournament again.
Phil Hellmuth wins the National Heads Up Poker Championship.
If I can win another NBC Heads Up Championship, it kind of tells the world who I really am when it comes to Texas Hold'em.
The champ is here!
Welcome back to Las Vegas for more from the National Heads Up Poker Championship. Action about to get underway at our featured table where 2005 Heads Up champ Phil Hellmuth battles Tom Dwan.
Yeah, we should get a pedometer on Phil. He's never one to shy away from the grand entrance, is he?
You and you keep slapping me in the face, dude. This has got to stop, man.
Well, this is a really interesting draw in the round of 64.
No.
You know, even though he's a young man, Phil is still considered an old school player against the young internet star Tom Dwan.
Yeah, Matt, believe it or not, at the ripe old age of 21, Tom Dwan has won millions on the internet. What are we doing wrong?
We're announcers and not players.
Exactly.
Wow, you were going to raise every pot. Oh, you had something.
Tom takes down the pot after Phil folded his hand.
And he gave Phil a free look there.
If I raised every time you limped, it wouldn't be too hard for you?
No, because I'll limp most of the time. I'll rarely fold and I'll rarely raise on the button.
Play is underway at the 2008 National Heads Up Poker Championship, and in the field of 64 clubs, Bracket Ali, a great match at the featured table. The first ever winner of this event back in 2005, Phil Hellmuth, the player that ironically used to be considered the young star of poker. He matches up against one of the current young stars, Tom Dwan.
I love this matchup, Matt. Tom Dwan was only 2 years old when Phil Hellmuth won the World Series of Poker main event, and this is a big contrast in styles. Tom Dwan is an aggressive internet player who'll take on anyone, anytime, for just about any amount. Phil Hellmuth, on the other hand, a guy who likes to sit back, play small pots pre-flop, and then let his opponents make big mistakes post-flop. If Tom plays into this strategy, look for Phil to move on.
You know, there's still a certain amount of skepticism that comes around a player that plays exclusively on the internet.
Yeah, for some reason, people seem to think that being behind your computer is so much different.
These tables are too big. I want to be able to put my hand down.
Well, there's one example right there. Tom's probably looking for a mouse pad at this point.
Yeah, the tables are a little funky, aren't they?
Yeah, they're weird. I'm a big fan.
Hellmuth has always maintained if he can get an internet player across from him on the felt, that he'll have the best of it.
And look at this hand. Bullets for Phil. He calls.
He's setting the trap, and this is trouble for Tom.
Fireworks will ensue. Pocket tens for Tom Dwan. He raises to 1,100. See how Phil plays this. He re-raises to 36.
500 more.
Now, Matt, Tom doesn't necessarily have to give Phil credit for a big hand here. It's tempting to think that Phil's trying to say, hey, kid, I won't let you run over me.
Phil's giving him nothing to read.
I'm all in.
And Dwan goes all in.
I call.
Quick call by Hellmuth.
I call.
And Dwan got caught in the snare.
Tens versus aces.
I have aces.
Tens
I have
versus
aces.
Well, somebody's moving on. This match is going to end in 3 hands. And right now, Phil Hellmuth is a 4-1
Nice
favorite
hand, Phil.
to enter the round of 32.
Here comes the flop. No more
An
back.
early elimination hand and the flop. Deuce, King, 7 with a couple of spades.
No help for Tom.
So far, so good for Phil Hellmuth.
Has the lone spade in the hand and the best hand with the aces.
And the turn.
And it's a 10.
Huge suck out.
It's not over yet, Matt. Phil can still win the pot with an ace
He has spades.
or any spade but the king.
It's not looking good, though.
Here is the river.
3 of spades?
The Rivers of Nine of Diamonds, and Tom Dwan has eliminated Phil Hellmuth.
When you look up bad beat in the dictionary, that's what you'll find.
Phil sits back down because they're counting the chips just to make it official.
Son, I would tell you this much, son. I would never have put more 3,000 with 2 10s before.
Oh, here we
I
go.
was gonna say good game, sorry for the suck out, but when you phrase it that way, it makes me not wanna.
Here, take 10,000 each.
Phil,
and I
that's
think
why you lose money online. Like,
you played
sorry,
the hand
nice
bad.
hand.
That's the truth. You
Okay,
put in
pick your
20,000
stakes,
with
heads
2
up.
10s.
Pick your stakes heads up. I've said it a million times. I'm sorry
What
I
did you
sucked it
say?
out. Nice hand. Pick your stakes heads up.
I smell ego.
We can play right now if you want.
Son, you're the sucker. You just put in 20,000 with 2
Okay,
10s.
let's play heads up.
Terrible play.
Play heads up.
Is that all you want to do? Is challenge me to heads up? We're going to play
If it's
heads up. I
terrible,
told
then let's
you.
play.
Well, that's terrible.
I sucked out.
But
I'm
what
sorry.
if you
Nice
suck out
hand.
again?
We'll play as
You
many
admit it was
matches as you
terrible,
want.
right?
We will play as many matches as you want.
Do you
Phil.
admit it was a terrible play on your part?
No, it's standard. Learn to play heads up,
Standard
no
play
limit.
with 1 at 53 blinds,
Wow.
20,000.
Learn to play heads up, no limit.
We'll see if
We'll
you're
play
even
as
around
many
in
matches
5
as you
years.
want.
We'll see if you're even around in 5 years.
Maybe I won't
That's
be.
the truth. I don't think you will be, to be honest.
The gloves have come
hand.
It
off.
was an easy lay down for you, actually.
You knew that Phil would start
But
the
anyway.
patronizing at some
Good
point.
game, nice hand.
Tom Dwan moves on. Phil Hellmuth knocked out in the round of 64.
Well, Matt, that's not exactly how Tom wanted to beat Phil,
God.
but a win is a win.
There's no, I don't put in more than 3,000 with 2 10s this early, ever.
What about 3,100?
Ever.
Phil, would you have done 3,100?
I got him to stick in 20. You know how I got him to stick in 20? I did the quick re-raise. Made myself look weak. It was pretty beautiful, I thought. He raised, I did a quick re-raise. And he doesn't play much live poker, so he read it as weak, which I wanted him to do. And he moved in.
Yes, Phil, you're brilliant.
It makes me sick. All right, well, that's it. What do you need from me? I'm done.
You're brilliant, but guess what? You're going home, son.
Yeah, Matt, sometimes in poker you can do absolutely everything right and still come out a loser.
Welcome back to Caesars Palace, Las Vegas, where Leanne Tweeden is with first-round casualty Phil Hellmuth.
Phil, are you surprised how he played pocket tens?
He played the hand terrible. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I went to put in more than $3,000 with 2 10s. I mean, it's a heads-up match, and this battle figured to last an hour, hour and a half. So,
Well, that was only 3 hands into it. Are you guys going to go play heads up somewhere else now?
well, what happens if I go play him heads up and I get it all in with aces and he sucks and he hits a 10 again? I mean,
That's poker, right?
I know, but that's
Wait, hold
play as
on.
many
Come
times
on
as you
over
want.
here. Hold on. He's got something
He
to
asked me
say.
to go up.
And
okay.
what?
So we can play as many times as you want, so there's no luck.
I told you we can play as many. That's fine with me.
He
You
asked
come to
me to-
California,
he asked me
we'll
to say
play.
it.
That's all. So yes.
Are you asking him to play another game?
I've said that a million times, yeah. Anytime you want, we'll play.
How much?
Pick, I don't know, 100K, bunch of 100K matches, bunch of 50K matches, whatever you want.
You play him again for 100K?
Of course, we'll play like 30, 40 matches, okay? But I'll have to have my insurance man there because I think I'm going to be 4.5 to 1 favorite in a lot of matches.
Okay. All right. It looks like these guys are going to be playing 100 grand.
Play good.
All right. Thank
Phil's
you.
so gracious in defense.